What's up, everyone? It's Coach LB here, and this is my third time trying to record this. Yeah, we're starting a new game, new map with the Folktales, or the Iron Teeth. Sorry, the Iron Teeth. Like I said, this is the third time. Technical errors and difficulties with my mic and everything, and oh my gosh. Time 3 recording this. So we're going to be playing the Iron Teeth on Secret Tunnel Canyon. Every time I hear it, I just want to say Secret Tunnel through the mountains. For anyone who's ever watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, we're going to play on a mode that's going to be between normal and hard. We're leaving our starting adults, children, food consumption, all that stuff the same. Temperate weather duration, we're going to leave the same. The reason being is I really just don't want to mess with that. But we're drought duration. So we're going to have anywhere from 5 to 20 days. So it's 30 days for for hard mode. So 20 should be somewhere in between that. Bad tide duration. Bad tide can be anywhere up to 15 days. Injury chance, we're going to leave that at 100%. Building refund rate at 75%. I just wanted to make it a little bit more difficult than normal, but I didn't want to actually do hard. It's like I like hard, but hard becomes this whole thing where it feels like a lot of time I'm waiting on resources. So that's why I don't want to do hard on this playthrough. I want to kind of get through this. And as I was looking more at the Paradise map, which I had an episode of Paradise queued up and ready to go, and then I started to edit it, and it suffered from the same microphone malfunction that there was no sound whatsoever. So, yeah, that's that Paradise map. That one might be a long haul because that map is very, very big.
That's what she said.
And I just kind of realized how big it was.
That's what she said.
The last time I was playing on it, and it's to get that one green or even explore all of the map. That's going to be a huge thing. So, Iron Teeth. We are starting out with the settlement of Olde Town. The reason why it's called Olde Town is because I just came back from Sweden. It was a business trip with my mom. You might have heard about it in another video. But while I was in Sweden, one of the parts of Stockholm is called Olde Town. It's called Olde Town because the palace is there, and it's just a pretty amazing place. So I am going to go ahead and I will at least lay out some pathing. But we are going to take a moment to zoom out the map. So it's called Secret Tunnel Canyons because basically this entire map is nothing but a giant set of canyons. Because this canyon goes to here, and that pretty much ends it. But then this canyon over here, which has got a bad water source. You can speak. It flows down here, and it can flow back into this, and it flows off the map there. But there's also a good water source up here, a huge one that flows down this way, and it flows off the map, and it meets with this bad water and good water, bad water, all that stuff. So, big things on the map is there's 1, 2 bad water sources. And unless there's another one hidden somewhere that I don't know about. But then we have underground ruins there. We have underground ruins here. We have underground ruins here. And here, if we go down, we have underground ruins there. In our secret tunnel that is filled with water. Because of the water sources up here. The water sources up here are what feed the water through the canyon. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a little bit more difficult to get green up the entire map. But it should be fun. So let's get down here and get to our very beginning things that we need. Of course, like always, we need food. So we'll start with a gatherer flag there. We're going to need lumber. So a couple of lumberjack flags here. And then we're going to need water. So we will put a water pump here. And that is what we're going to start with. I will get some water storage in here, but let's let them get to work. Let me remember to cut down the trees. And I'm actually going to make them cut down certain ones first for a reason. So I can continue laying the path so it will get down here. Because there's steps right there. And I need the path to go down there. So the other thing is, because of the way this is, the wood is sparing at the beginning. It's pretty much, this is all I've got. And so I need to be very careful about what I build and how I build it, or the order of which I build it. So I'm going to build my inventor and my farmhouse, because irrespective of all that, you have to have food, and I'm going to need science to open up anything else. So that is a huge thing. I'm going to speed this up also, because otherwise it's going to take forever. So yeah, they're getting those. Do I want to? Because I'll need one. I have 3 beavers left, so I'll need one for that, and I'll leave one for that. The other things I'm going to need. Okay, they're almost done. They're working on that, so I will set this entire area to cut. Oh, I missed that tree down there. It's fine. It's fine. So the other things I'm going to need, I am of course going to need some storage. So I am playing on all the same mods that I have on Paradise. I'm using all of the same mods. So there will be nothing new in this playthrough that you haven't seen already. Well, technically there will be, because there's things that I haven't made it through in Paradise to actually open it up and see. The Iron Teeth, they will have the Shanty Speaker, which I have that mod running in my Paradise playthrough, but since it's Iron Teeth only, that does not work. All right. Cool. So now we have our farmhouse. We can plant our kohlrabies because, yep, kohlrabies are going to be our main food of choice at the moment. I'm going to change their priority to harvesting because of the simple fact of the kohlrabies. I would rather them be harvested than planted, because when it comes down to droughts and stuff, yeah, it just works. So I've got the food and water taken care of. The one thing I am definitely going to need to do is I'm going to need the dams, because the dams will get me to the other side, which will also actually give me access to more trees to cut down. So that'll give me more lumber. And then once I get down to it, I can build a water wheel and get a lumber mill going. So I will be able to try and get a forester, so that way I can start replanting trees. Because at the beginning of this map, lumber is going to be our biggest thing. I won't be building any housing for a little while. I won't be building housing until we can readily access this side over here, because I really want to do my housing over here and try and use this side for food and lumber to begin with, at least. And then eventually our water is going to move over to here, because this will just be a better suited place for the water, because this is a little bit deeper. So even if our water runs out here during a drought, we'll still be able to pump water. That's the thought process behind that. So the goals with this, obviously greening up the map, I want to actually use the canyon and build overhangs on the canyon and build multiple levels of our housing, our storage, our manufacturing, using all of the new features, especially with the fact that I can place dirt blocks here to create a ledge to build my overhangs onto, because it'll actually do where it'll make it as an overhang. And then maybe we'll create a tunnel through to our secret tunnel over here. I don't know yet. One of the big things I'm going to need to figure out while oh man, they're moving on this. So they've almost got the logs done. I feel like maybe I should build one storage small pile for the logs. Oh, and I need before I forget, I need a breeding pod because this is the iron teeth. I'm gonna need breeding pod irrespective. So as I was saying before all of that, I'm gonna need to figure out if I want to use this bad water source or this bad water source first. Both of them are a long ways away, and I can probably get to this one sooner than I can get to that one. There's a mine here, but there's also a mine here. So either bad water source I choose to go to, it has a mine near it, which is going to be extremely helpful. And I plan on, oh man, the dam has been built. All right, we're killing it so far. So now I need to build my water wheel. Yeah, we're killing it so far. So we're good on that. I have my research, so I can unlock the forester. I'll unlock him. Not going to place it yet, but I'm going to unlock it. Because there's no point in placing the forester until I get a lumber mill built. So I can actually... Oh yeah, let's put it that way. Let's put it that way. Getting a lumber mill built so I can actually get planks to build the forester. But now that all of that is taken care of, I can build another lumberjack. Oh, 3 beavers with no job because they've grown up. They're all adults. We're working on that baby. So one should sustain up to 10, a population of about 10. Do I want to get another one now? I don't think I do. But part of me does. Not 100%. Okay, so this one can now cut down stuff. So we are going to have you cut that one, this one, that one, that one, and these tiny ones once they grow up. I would really love, let's see, how close is this one? It's 75%. So I can wait. I'm just trying to get my path expanded over here. So I'll be able to take down some of these trees here. And I might actually move my gatherer over to this side to gather berries over here because I want to use this for more fields at some point. Okay, changing it. I'm putting it back to harvesting or planting because they are almost full on kohlrabies. So that'll be that. I need 5 more logs for the lumber mill. Let's think about this for a second. I don't want to destroy this. But let's see, what else can we do? So if we plan this out, I can put a path there for another water, so we can pump more water if we need to. They took down the trees. This one's at 89%, so it's almost there. I could always just make the path go around like that because, yeah, I mean, I want to get down here and cut down these trees. Some of them. Leave some of them to put new trees out. So that way they'll still spread until I can get my forester built. So then we need another, let's put another lumberjack down here. I feel like I am rambling because we're like playing that waiting game. We need 3 more logs. 3 more logs. 3 more logs. 3 more logs. Now the question is, how far does that reach? It only reaches there. That's fine. It's fine. I can build. I don't know if I really want to build another breeding pod, but I have a feeling that I'm not gonna have enough babies by the time the ones actually grow up and get a little bit older. And so therefore, there we go, we're getting planks. Forester there. Yep, just 2 logs at a time. But once I get my forester down, we'll be good. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set up my planting area. So I'm going to have that pines. I know some of you are probably going to yell at me because I'm using pine instead of just using all oak. But it's early game. Having wood is more important than waiting. And I will be waiting quite a bit. Ooh, drought approaching. All right, our first drought. And then you realize we're on cycle 1, day 12 already. So let's take, I'm going to wager that this drought is 6 days, 7 days. I'm going to say 7 days because remember, we changed our maximum amount of days our drought can be. So this one, it's based off of a percentage. I think it was like 33% of the max. It could be up to 33% of the max. So 6 days. We're going to go 6 days. I have a feeling it's going to be 7, but and you know how that goes. Okay, so let me see. They cut trees. So they cut all the small ones. I can cut that one too. And then, see, it's putting out more trees. These ones over here are putting out more trees. So, all right. Back to what I was talking about before. Oh, so I can get rid of these paths. All right. So, the lumber mill. Oh, our forester is built. Awesome. So I'm going to pause this lumberjack here. So he can go. Ha! I thought he was going to go work at the forestry. We have an injured beaver already? Oh my gosh. Talk about. Oh man. And he would heal faster if he had shelter. Oh man. I'm not going to get to shelter though. Let's be realistic. I mean, my wood, my lumber is hard enough to get to as it is. But you know what? We can pause one of these lumberjack flags to at least get someone in this forester. I said get someone in this forester. All right, we've got someone in the forester, and we can actually pause this because I could have just paused that because yeah, we're not needing planks yet, but we will need planks to get over here to get more wood, and then set up another forester over here. Because what I want to do is I want to get to the point where this becomes my starter industrial center. But that's still going to be a little ways off. Let's be realistic. I actually need to get my platforms. Stairs. Stairs will get me more wood over here. This feels like a tougher decision than it probably actually is. All right, we're going to unlock stairs first because stairs will get me more wood faster. Let's say stairs will get me more wood faster than trying to wait on platforms. I mean, all this wood up here, there's tons of it. So I can get rid of these and those and those. Can he reach? He cannot. But he's already getting those. So we're good to go. Huh. Maybe we will. Maybe I'll actually be able to. Let's see. I have 2 that don't have jobs. So maybe I'll actually be able to get to housing faster than I thought. Because I wanted to build the housing up here. I have an idea for a I have an idea for a little bit of a housing complex. The thing is, I have concepts of a housing development that I want to do, and it's going to start off using barracks, but then, oh man, I didn't even see how long the drought was, but we've only got 1 day left, so it couldn't have been that long. I think I was way off on the 6 days. It probably was only like 3. Somebody's going to leave it in the comments of how long the drought actually was. I hope. I would really like to get some feedback. I do respond to comments. And I actually would like to hear what other people have ideas about doing. I mean, especially with a map like this, I think it could be really fun to get ideas from other people and utilize them. Yeah, I was a little stingy on Olympus, but I really was trying. I was trying to stick to an idea, a plan that I had. Okay. We're getting more wood. We have more wood. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this path here, which I could be using hotkeys and that would be a lot faster. But I think I'm going to put a stair here and move my gatherer flag over here. And once they're done building it, I'm going to pause it so they don't move onto it just yet. It's cycle 2, day 1. Oh, we do have water fresh again. So one of the things is, like, it takes a little while for the water to get moving because it's got to come from all the way over here when the drought ends and wind its way all the way around. There's ways that we could change that or fix that. I'm going to pause this. I don't know where I want. I'm really trying to think of how I want this to be set up. Okay, what I'm going to do. I can't do it now. There's a tree there. Jeez. These rogue trees just messing up all my plans. Alright, we're going to turn our lumber mill back on. And I think I'm just going to build these for now. Because I don't know where I want them to go necessarily. So these are actually going to be both for berries. You might be wondering why I need berries to produce more beavers. And you know how I get about getting rid of resources that are ready to be planted when I could be using them at the early game. In the early game. That's an early game thing. But we are going to build another breeding pod, put it there for now. Because we'll be able to support up to 20 beavers at the moment. And actually what I'm about to do is going to make it so we can support more than that. Or at least that's the plan. Okay. Extend this path some more. Yeah, that's where I want it to come over. Like, one of the things about what I want to do is it probably won't be fulfilled until we have more beavers because, yeah, we're just going to need beavers. I have 39 logs. Man, I'm still waiting for that oak to grow up so they can cut it down. Oh, there's still a lot. Can he reach those? Yeah, there's still a lot of logs to be gathered. Okay, so I got lumber. So let's see. I have 177. So I can either start on making my platforms over here, which will give us access to more lumber, which I think I'm actually going to do. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I think. If I have a house there, and I could have one there. Let's think about this for a second, because if I put it there, then I put it there. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's there. There. Yep, that'll work. And let's be realistic. I'm going to need stairs to get there to make it a shorter path. So they're not like walking all the way around there because, you know, distance traveled and stuff. It makes a difference. It really, really makes a difference. So I am going to need platforms. So I might as well unlock them. Yeah, I'm going to unlock the platforms. So I can start building them there. And then I'll have a way across that. Let's see. He's full on planks. Okay, there's nothing over here to cut down. Oh, I mean, there's no lumberjack there anyway. Oh, realistically, I can delete this lumberjack flag too. I mean, I put another one right there. So, yeah. Which, there's nobody at it. I'm down to 10 beavers, that's why. Or 11. And 10 of y'all could have been sleeping inside if you had built stairs first. If you had built the stairs first. Okay. Now we're going to have housing, which means our well-being is going to go up from 1. Oh. They finished this. Okay. And I need to delete those. So I can place down another farmhouse. I just won't have them build it yet. Because we can't support it right now. We cannot support it right now. Woo! All right. Jump to 4. That was a nice big jump, and I liked it. So let's see. And I'm gonna build one more small warehouse, and this one's actually gonna hold kohlrabies because food is important. And if I get to another drought and they haven't picked everything, then we're gonna have an issue with. Oh, good, we do have a lumberjack there. Man, I was getting worried for a second. Yeah, if we don't have the food, we're gonna be in trouble. So then 1, 2, 3. My symmetry. My desire for symmetry is about to be thrown for a loop. It will be fine. It will be fine. I won't need symmetry for this necessarily. I feel such a necessity for symmetry that it sometimes overrides my good sense. Let's say good sense. So if I build, let's increase that well building a little bit more. So if I build a campfire here, actually, I might as well just turn it around the opposite way and have it connected to the already existing path. Okay, so they are taking down trees, which is good. We're not going to have to worry about lumber. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize we were over here. Well, I guess I can get ready to start taking that down. Oh, we're at 5. Is it because of the campfire? No, because everybody slept. Campfire isn't even in the ballpark yet. Oh yeah, because you would kind of need to have a campfire built, right? Right? Oh gosh, I'm silly. Man, they built those over there, so let's see. All right, let's get our pathing going over here. So I'm going to set all of this to be cut down. We don't need to actually grow any of that. Let's get our pathing over here. Somewhere over here. Man, it's looking like our berry storage is good. I'm sure there's a pun there. I don't want to. I know there's a pun there. I don't want to. So, yeah. Yeah, now we're in the waiting game. But our beaver population should actually start increasing from the 12. Now that we have our well-being is 5, which that one. Yeah, is that one. 20% faster move speed. We get it to 6. I think it started, the lifespan goes up at 6. So, oh, they've visited the campfire. So they all have sleep. They visited the campfire. They're almost done with these. I'm at 200 science. So the question becomes, do I pause my inventor to utilize that beaver for something else? Or man, how is it that one didn't get built yet? Oh man, these guys are killing me.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Okay, our second drought is approaching. Oh, we're up to 6. Is it because everybody visited the campfire? Everybody's healthy? I could build a shower to get wet fur, and that'll give me a little bit more off the beginning. But I think what we're going to do right here is we're going to get rid of these with the quickness. And then we're going to build these over here. So that will take care of that. I can pause. I'm pretty sure I can pause this lumberjack flag. I really need them working over here. I got lots of trees to take down. And I don't know how long this drought's going to be. We have water. So, I mean, that's good. 6 out of 12. Bro. Yeah, we're going to pause the inventor, see if we can get him to the... Yep, now we got 2 lumberjacks here. Well, we'll have 2 of them cutting down trees tomorrow. Did I... That's why. Yep. I did it again. Who forgot to mark a cutting area? That's why they weren't cutting down those trees. I'm just like, why are you guys going around every other tree than the ones that are already grown? Because you didn't mark the cutting area. This happens, it feels way too frequently. So, yeah. Okay, they finished that one. They're picking out berries. Man, I have tons of kohlrabies. Maybe not enough, but I'm going to start planting cassavas. Cassavas. Alright. And the drought is here. Our drought has started. It's 8 days. Alright. This one's 8 days. This is going to be a little bit more. Put us to the test a little bit more. But since that will not operate, we can turn that off. You know, we can set our cutting area there. Pause this lumberjack flag. Let's see if... Yep, migrated over to the other water pump. Yeah, I know pumping out of both of them probably is going to drain this a lot faster, and I really need it to stay hydrated as long as possible. But I've got 60. I will, oh, all three of them are going. Okay. Let's pause that one. I'm going to pause this one. Yeah, that'll work. I can turn my inventor back on. We're almost at 250. And at 250, I can get ladders. And we can start scaling. So what do I plan on doing with the ladders? Besides grabbing a lot of this wood, like random wood, there's greenery up here. I want to get up here and start getting some of this lumber. And I mean, once I get up here and start getting some of this lumber, it'll make life a little bit easier. But also I want to scale up here and start getting this metal. Start grabbing some of this metal here, because if I grab some of this metal here, it makes it a whole lot easier to, you know, to start doing certain things. Although I will need a smelter. It's kind of why I want this stuff over here. Alright. Let's pause this one for the time being. I just want to pause it for a short amount of time to try and keep our water from completely drying out in 5 days, because there's a lot of crops that need to be harvested. I can have them finish this farmhouse. I mean, we have the wood. We have the wood. I can have them finish the farmhouse. And that way I can have 2 people on the farmhouse for the time being, to make sure all of these crops get... Yeah, make sure all these crops get harvested over the next day. And actually, we'll set them to priority of harvesting. So I have, let's look at this. I have 36 logs left. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take a medium warehouse, put it here. This is temporary. We're going to put kohlrabies in there. We're going to switch this from kohlrabies to cassavas. Because if these cassavas start getting done, I want to make sure they get harvested in time. And I don't want it to be like, oh, we're out of storage, we can't do that. Because these are full of kohlrabies. I don't want that to happen. I probably need some more haulers. How's our water doing? We're at 26. I'm going to have to cut one of the pumps back on. So if I cut this one back on, I can pause that. See, look at all those cassavas coming due. And with me pumping the water out, 2.5 days left. I should have had more water. Oh, well. We'll make it. So I'm going to end it after this drought because video's getting a little long. And I feel that would be a good spot. And I'll talk about what I plan on doing in the next one. So in the next one, we're going to start working on this over here and getting our industrial center, I guess is the best way to put it, set up. So we're going to get some more power and stuff. But we're going to build a fermenter so we can get our cassavas fermented while we're setting up everything else. But we're also going to start working on our bad water diversion system over here. And you might be wondering why I want to start working on a bad water diversion system. Because we're already on cycle, or we're already been through 2 cycles. And we can have our first bad tide at cycle 4. I'd rather have as much time possible to... I might need to turn on the other water pump. As much time possible to get a bad water diversion system set up as I can. And, you know, it'll get a lot easier once I actually get metal and sluices. Yeah. I mean, it'll be good. So, right. So we're going to unpause that water pump. Drought resistance. Dies in 2.9 days. Good thing there's only a half a day left on this drought. So everything will be alright. And look, we're up to 15 beavers. So now we're good. Our population's growing. We might actually have a population boom at some point. Yeah, I know. That's funny. I'm joking. It's a joke. It's a joke. But with that being said, cycle 3, day 1. And I will wait for this water to make its way back around and turn everything green for the thumbnail, because the thumbnail is important. Yeah, I know. It's probably not as important as I think it is, but for our purposes, it's important. And I think this is probably, I don't know. I could probably wait on this, but I'm going to go ahead and set it up anyway because I'm going to need to do it sooner or later. because I want a path. I want to shorten this distance as much as possible. So all right, everything is nice and green again. Everything is rehydrated. And I still have them working in the fields. So I think Olde Town is starting to look pretty good so far. I think we have a really, really good settlement going to begin with. And, you know, I can't wait. I'm going to have so much fun with this one. I really, really want to do that multiple levels. It's going to take a while. It's going to take some time. But I think it'll be fun. I think it'll turn out really cool whenever we get to it. But there's so many things to do. If you've got any suggestions, or if there's something in particular you want to see me build, let me know. I can't wait to get to tube ways also, because that's going to shorten a lot of paths. I don't think I'm going to do underground tube ways. What I'm going to try to do is actually run tube ways along power, like do an elevated tubeway system that also is going to carry power across. It probably sounds way more complicated than it's going to need to be, but I figure if I'm going to build a tubeway system that's going to go above everything else, I might as well carry power that way as well. So, you know, almost like the tubeway system is running off of the power, even though it doesn't, but it's just a cool thought to me. But that's for the future. I'm glad you decided to come and join me on this adventure, and I really appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe. If you don't, you're at the mercy of the algorithm on whether you'll see another one of my videos again. And I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.